Good afternoon, friends. Now we are come to the electronic devices and circuits, which is the most important subject in the GATE exam. In last few years, 8 to 12 marks comes from EDC subject. So, at the analysis of last year exam in 2017 or 18 or 19. In 2017, 9 marks set 1 from 9 marks questions comes from set 1 EDC subject, and in set 2, 11 marks comes from EDC subject, and last 4 year on an average minimum 6 marks comes from EDC subject and maximum 11 marks comes from EDC subject. On an average 8 to 9 marks comes from EDC subject. These are the analysis of last few years GATE exam, and most of the questions comes from basics of electronics EDC subject. 50% questions comes from basics of electronics, and 50% comes from uh, problematic statistical problematic data comes from this. So these are the contents of our these are the contents of our project. So this is the syllabus for this electronic devices. So some name held by electronic devices and circuits, sometimes it's called as electronic devices. These are the GATE syllabus of this subject. Energy band in silicon, energy band in silicon exam, silicon, intrinsic extrinsic silicon, carrier transport in silicon, diffusion current, drift current, mobility and resistivity, generation and recombination of carrier in PN junction diode, general diode, tunnel diode, what is my BGT, FET, MOSFET capacitor, MOSFET, LED, MOS capacitor, PNP, what is the avalanche voltage, avalanche photodiode, basics of laser, some devices technology like integrated circuit fabrication process, oxidation, diffusion and implementation, photographic N tube, P tube and twin tube CMOS process. These are the syllabus of our subject. So now comes to the textbook. uh, These are the textbooks to refer this for this subject: solid state electronic devices by Benji Strimman and Sanjay Kumar Banerjee. And second one is, in this first is the basic of all solid state devices like diode and all this. Microelectronic circuit by Edel S. Cedra and Kenneth C. Smith. This first two book is very simple and is easy to understand. And Integrated Electronics by Jobco Millman, which is the very famous book for this subject, uh, by Jobco Millman, Kriston Halkis and Chetan D. Park. These are the textbooks. All others books also available, but I suggest to refer this book if you are the starting. Not a repeater. You are the fresher. Then you use this book. Some of the books is available in market. You can that also refer. So whatever the syllabus we seen in last slide. So this content of this syllabus is point out here: energy band, intrinsic and extrinsic silicon. First, carrier transport. What is meant by carrier transport? First, in energy band, intrinsic and extrinsic silicon. What is meant by energy band? Energy band gap. That is the covalence bond. What is meant by band gap? These are the contents we cover in this point. And how, what is the impurities added in this silicon and covalence bond, how to fulfill this requirement of extrinsic and intrinsic covalence bond, and silicon, germanium, arsenite, whatever this material of semiconductor. And in this point also we cover what is like conductor, insulator, semiconductor. These points comes under the first point: energy band, intrinsic and extrinsic silicon. Carrier transport in second point. Carrier transport, in carrier transport, how to electron reach to jump from valence bond to covalence bond, and what is the energy in the basis of energy level, uh, its valence band requirement, generation and recombination of carrier. These are the points. These are the recombination means how the bonding is comes in chemical, any chemical reaction. In this we discover in this topic. And fourth, in PN junction diode, Zener diode, LED, photoelectric, photo emitting diode, photodiode, solar cell. What these are the concept we cover in fourth chapter. What is PN junction diode, in fabrication of PN junction, which type of material are used, how, why this material should use, why not others, silicon is why, germanium why not, aluminum why, these are the materials why use this, we are cover in this topic. So Zener diode is also cover. In Zener diode, what is the Zener level of that diode, why this called as Zener diode, what is the, why is why it is also used in voltage regulator, why the name of Zener diode as a voltage regulator, what is mean by LED, photodiode, how the functions are comes under the photodiodes and solar cell. And this point comes under the point number 4. And transistor, we are cover this transistor, that is BGT, MOSFET, CMOS, PNP, NPN, emitting diodes, drain source. What is the concept of the three transistor devices we cover in this chapter in transistor. And integrated circuit fabrication process, in this top point we are cover in what is the process of fabrication, IC fabrication process, how it is work, how it is fabricated, how the internal connection are there, we see in this lecture in integrated circuit fabrication process. And these are the series of lecture we cover in this topic. So next, we go to the mm, next slide. So I go, we are cover the next topic in energy band. What is mean by energy band? First point, that is the intrinsic and energy band gap, and extrinsic and intrinsic semiconductor. So first of all, we know the difference between electronics and electrical. Why I go there, I will explain later. I explain later why we are going to electrical and electronic difference. The main difference is that electronics is a branch which control the current and voltage or parameter in electronics, any devices. And electrical means it generate and transfer energy, current, power. the main function is that in electrical branch it generate and transfer. In electrical, no one can check the parameter, control the current, voltage, nothing is there. It's only generation and transformation. These are the electrical and electron difference. Are you getting? Yes. Okay, so we are going to discuss on that. So what is the difference between conduction band, covalence band, band gap? What is mean by band gap? What is mean by conduction band? What is mean by covalence band? These are the main basic concept of electronic devices. First of all, what is mean by insulator? Anyone knows? Insulator is the material that doesn't have any conductivity, any mobility, any charge. These are the insulator. Example of insulator is wood, plastic. One of the best example is wood. You can refer as wood, plastic, rubber. These are the best example of insulator. What is meant by semiconductor? Semiconductor is the material, is the property of material is lies between insulator and conductor. Then what is meant by conductivity or conductors? The conductivity and conductors and insulator is that if the electron is in stable state, if we give a small amount of trigger or current to the electron, then electron jump from low level to higher level, means valence band to covalence band. Suppose we increase the temperature of the semiconductor material, then this material is converted into conductors, means the flow of current or any electrons or energy from covalence band to conduction band, means jump from conduction band, covalence band to conduction band. These are the semiconductor devices. An insulator and semiconductor, the conductor means that it has very negligible band gap in the covalence band. Near about this is no band gap. Show in figure. See in figure. First figure is a large band gap because it's an insulator. If we apply the current or any temperature, we increase the temperature, this electron cannot be jump because it has more power or more energy or more current required to jump from one level to high level, another level. Band gap is more. That's why energy is required more. That's why energy is required more from one band to, means valence band to covalence band or conduction band. It's also called covalence band. Okay, that's why they are insulator. If the small amount of band gap is there, band gap is conduction band and valence band. In between there is a phase is this called band gap. And in conductor, it is the property of material which flow the current or electron from one to another. This called conductor. So what is meant by intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor, we are seeing in next lecture. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Thank you.